It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The regular season on its last legs. We can almost taste the playoffs from here. Kenny, how do they taste?
Wait, hold on. Ooh, it tastes like chicken.
Barbecue chicken?
Oh, yeah.
Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece, looking to...
We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche Latina in the NBA. An annual tradition celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Hawks here looking to pick up 1 on the road before returning to Atlanta. And 8th place in the East, they're in the playoff hunt.
And a win tonight means a 3-1 season series edge for them. You always look for that mental edge over opposing teams and that extra motivation over the long haul of an NBA season.
Hey, you play a team 4 times in the regular season, you develop a certain rivalry. I mean, you know them, they know you. You remember all of the little indiscretions and chippy plays that went on. This should be a good one here.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards, and it's Cephalosha in at the small forward.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Atlanta now. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands. And it caused hesitation in taking shots in there. Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Houdini passes to Gordon. Here's Houdini. Teague covering. Teague on the double team. 5 on the clock. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Not enough on that one as it misses. Here's Horford. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Horford's got his second basket.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Here's Houdini. He's coming off a 34-point game against Minnesota.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
Teague drives in. He kicks it to Cephalosha. 14 feet away, and there's Millsap. That's good on the assist from Cephalosha. Millsap's got his first basket of the night. Teague on the double team, outside Gordon. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
Oh, what an amazing finish there. Just fearless and when he attacks the rim, and it's as if the big fella wasn't even there.
Now here's Teague, coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Knocked loose. And here we go with the Magic fast break.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here is Harris. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They double him with Horford. A wide open look here for Oladipo. And Orlando again with the bucket.
You know, looking around, he knew one of his teammates was going to be open when they hit him with that double team, and he took advantage.
And a chance now to go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Kevin, it's no secret what their defense revolves around. He said our shot blocking in the middle makes a huge difference for us. We protect the rim, and I expect nothing different in this one. Guys, they're looking to wrap up this series, 3 wins and 1 loss. We'll see if they can send them packing in more ways than one.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks, guys. What's your take on that?
You know, I think it's probably the way to go. The defensive approach suits their style and their personnel. So I think you go with it.
Yeah, and you stay true to your identity, and theirs is clearly at the defensive end.
Now, here's Teague, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Inside, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That one on Harris.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Payne, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. Both free throws good from Millsap. Now let's quickly bring up the list of point guards whose steal totals in the second half of the season have really been standing out. Freak number 1.
And all those swipes have come for him because of that endless energy with which he plays on the defensive end. I mean, whoever he's guarding, he sticks to them like glue on the perimeter.
You know, for many point guards in this league, defense is an afterthought. He's not one of those guys. I mean, he puts as much into his D as he does into his O. And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Smith checked in for the Magic. Hezonja comes in for Gordon. And the Hawks making a change here as well. White's checked in. Now here's Schroeder, guarded closely. The floater and the rejection by Smith. Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Harris. And he's good on the 3-ball.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Double stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
And it's Wright missing.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
The Magic trail by 3. And there's the pass to Hezonja. Here's Houdini. 8 points for him. To the inside. It's blocked. Schroeder up top. Out to Hardaway. Wright sets a screen. Puts up a 3. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Wright's got his first bucket of the game and he's on the board for 3. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Houdini passes to Harris. Here's Houdini. Shot clock at 6. Harris outside. High arcing shot. He lays it in. Harris has got 5.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket. And how about the numbers here for Tobias Harris? First in 3-point shooting, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And not only is he dialing it up from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient 3-point shooters.
Now here is Holiday. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He dishes it to Schroeder. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Orlando, advantage in 1 series. And, of course, Atlanta. They're down in 8th place.
And when I look at Orlando, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Watch with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Holiday. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. He doesn't get the second one. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Schroeder. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Houdini. He's already got 8 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
Both free throws good from Houdini.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Out to Smith. Pass to Azania. Rebound, Atlanta. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it.
Fans, get ready for your magic dancers. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 side. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves put on a show. He ended up with 34 points, and he played the usual role of running the team's offense and came away with a bunch of assists. A performance like this is what we've come to expect during this great run of his. Will we get another one tonight, guys?
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. He has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about knees, my man. he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Picked by Horford. Teague left side. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Cephalosha. Here's Millsap. No good. Gordon with the defensive effort.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Offline with his 3. The Hawks leading by 4. Teague with the ball. Out guarded by Houdini. Teague kicks to Horford. He sinks the 11-footer. Horford's got 10. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Houdini. He's got 10. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Now, as we come down the stretch this season, these are the big men having the most success from the floor since the All-Star break. Second, Nikola Vucevic.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Yeah, and you've got to have a mix of options if you're going to shoot a high percentage like these guys do. You've got to be able to establish good position, and then you've got to have a nice feel around the bucket with both hands.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Oladipo, he's checked in for Hazanya, and it's Payton in for Payne. Outside Millsap. Korver dishes to Millsap. Teague against Payton. Just his first attempt, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Here's Houdini. Inside Leaner. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Teague kicks to Horford. Dishes to Cephalosha. Teague a screen on Oladipo. Here's the screen. Pass to Teague. Here's the feed to Millsap. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Let's go. Offensive rebound.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Wide open look. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Hawks leading. T kicks to Millsap. No good from outside.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Oladipo, the pass to Payton. Here's Houdini. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Cephalosha kicks to Millsap. Good on the shot. Millsap's got 10 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over.
Checked in for Orlando. Tobias Harris comes in for Houdini. And that concludes the first. The second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. Victor Oladipo is out there with Houdini, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Korver against Oladipo. Back to Millsap. Kicks it to Korver. Millsap dishes to T. From deep. The shot is off. And Orlando will come the other way, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they just fought a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
There's the double team with Korver. Houdini passes to Oladipo. And Orlando again with the bucket.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Atlanta's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Outside T. Korver kicks to Millsap. shot is good. Millsap's got 12 in the game.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
To the paint. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut to just one on the basket from Oladipo.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Teague gets to Millsap. There's the dish to Teague. Here's Houdini. He's got 14. To the middle. Vucevic. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic, he has 8 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
He's not afraid to mix it up there in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
Payne, he's checked in for Orlando. And it's tied up with that one.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Outside Teague. Down low. Here's Millsap. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Houdini. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. It's stolen by Teague. And now here comes Teague leading the break. Here's Korver and stolen by Harris. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Here's Houdini. Millsap with the double team. Here's Gordon. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
Horford dishes to Teague. To the middle. Stolen by Gordon. Here's the break for the lead. Down it goes. Nice one there from Houdini. Houdini's got 16 points.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
6 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Horford. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 6 assists now in the game. For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Here's Houdini. 16 points for him. And he just jams it right over Paul Millsap. What a play.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Here's Houdini. He's got 18. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
Well, their passing has been picturesque. A thing of beauty in both halves. More than a nickel.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
On the court right now for the Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Teague, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3. Teague on the double team. It's Oladipo on the wing. And the 3 ball is good. Oladipo's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And he had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him. I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
They set the pick. Inside, here's Harris. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Horford. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Magic.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the Hawks making a change here. Korver's checked in. T kicks to Horford. From 12 feet out. And a little luck that time, but it drops. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Houdini. Down low. Here's Harris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got the lead up to 8 now for the Magic.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Outside Teague. Picked by Horford. Teague kicks to Horford. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Horford having just a fantastic game. He has 14 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Outside Teague. He feeds it to Millsap. Back to Teague. 11 feet away. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket for Millsap.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Here's Houdini to the middle. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
3 on 3. Here's Oladipo. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Korver passes to Teague. To the inside. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut back down to 6. They get the basket from Horford.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Here's Houdini. Down low. And Vucevic again. Vucevic has got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Magic.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Teague drives in. That's good from Horford on the assist by Teague. 20 points for Al Horford.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept him in it. Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
The Hawks trail by 8. Now, Korver. Millsap a screen. Korver dishes to Teague. To the inside. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Houdini. Teague covering. Houdini. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jeff Teague. The first one falls. And the Magic making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Both free throws good from Houdini. For Atlanta, they've gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go win. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Outside Teague. Horford kicks to Korver. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And Teague, here we go. That is good. Millsap's got 6 in the quarter.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Gordon with a screen on Teague. Harris outside. 8 feet away. Atlanta with the rebound. Horford's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Korver.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Houdini. Here's Vucevic. It's stolen by Korver. Outside Teague. Poked away. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 21 in the game.
That couldn't have gone better for him. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish it off in style, and I like that type of aggressiveness.
And I got to say it, Clark, I didn't expect them to play it that way. I mean, a great steal, and then to put the pedal to the metal.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Answers. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He told us, guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
And Orlando making a change here. Oladipo's checked in. And Millsap, here we go. It's hauled in by Harris.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
Here's Houdini. Oladipo against Teague. Pass to Korver. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 8 points in the game for Kyle Korver.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. He kicks to Teague. From 13. And the shot falls short this time.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Horford high post. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Horford's got 22 points.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself. So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Orlando leading by 6. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Millsap with the double team. Houdini passes to Gordon. To the paint. Here's Houdini. Reverses. Here's Oladipo. Rebound, Atlanta.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Cephalosha kicks to Korver. Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Houdini. Millsap a screen. Shot off the screen. Shot is off. So Orlando will take it the other way. And so they foul intentionally. On offense, here are the Magic. 6-point lead. And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Tobias Harris.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. .27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And that's an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, unless something dramatic and drastic occurs.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
The kick out to Holiday. Offensive rebound. Teague dishes to Wright. Off target with his three. And so it's Orlando winning this one.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports group, this is